I think first of all, I want to thank you all for your support and the passion that the media has for the sport in this country. I really appreciate that. Coming to your question, yes, I think one thing we need to do very well as a cricket team, which I believe other teams have done well, is have a succession plan for every player. So I think the success. I always equated Mahmudullah a little bit to an MS Dhoni in the kind of role that he performs for the team. So he's batted at number six, just like what Dhoni has done for India. He's finished off games, but I think you need to. Dhoni cannot go on forever and ever, right? So you need to have a succession plan for who after, and I think this is the right. This was the right time for all of us to come together and think of this, and say who can fill in those big shoes. I mean, Mahmudullah shoes are very big shoes to fill, but you need someone, and unless we start playing players in that role, we will not find the right one.
So did you see anyone who think that can take that place of Mahmudullah and Mushfiqul, what they have done in the shortest time?
I think unfortunately the weather hasn't been very kind to us in the last couple of days, but yeah, first day we had an opportunity. I think I was very impressed. I've not seen a lot of Litton, but he's an established cricketer now. Nurul Sohan again, very good, very busy, got a good knowledge of his own game. I'm quite eager to see more of Rabbi Yasir. I think he's got the power, which I think Bangladesh lacks as a T20 team. We need the power, firepower in the middle, somebody who can clear the ropes, somebody who can find the boundaries. I think Rabbi is very exciting. I haven't seen a lot of him to be honest, but whatever little I've seen him, he looks an exciting prospect.
Sikandar?
What was your input to select the team?
Sorry?
Is there any special direction?
Sorry?
You role to select the team?
What was your role in selection of the team?
I think I was consulted with every move, every decision. I'm very happy that my sort of opinion has been valued. Yeah.
Well, Shriram, there has been some inclusion and exclusion in the team which is just announced. So how much optimistic you are about the results? Because the Asia Cup results were not quite very good, and your contract is till the end of the T20 World Cup initially, and the board is saying that they have an extension plan for 1 year. So how optimistic you are also that your contract will be extended for another 11 months?
So I'm not here to extend my contract or anything. I'm here to do my job to the best of my ability for the time I'm contracted. If any coach comes thinking of an extension, I don't think that's the right way to operate. I will do my best for Bangladesh, and I wear a heart and soul for this team, right? So I think I will do my best in every move, in every step that I take. I will do my best for Bangladesh. It's not up to me whether my contract is extended or
My
not.
question was that because the sorry results in the Asia Cup, if the same thing repeated during the World Cup.
It's the way you look at it, right? It's the way you look at the results. I feel there was a huge positive in the way we played in the Asia Cup, the way we sort of fought, and I know both the games were for us to win. The results did not go our way. Does not mean we haven't played good cricket. So I sort of please request everyone, don't be results driven. Results are everything in sport, but I think there needs to be a process in place, there needs to be a plan, and as long as we have that direction and everybody is in that direction, and I firmly believe Bangladesh is going in the right direction with T20 cricket, and that's all I'm accountable for, and that's all I'm responsible for. And as I said, I will every step of my journey in the next couple of months, I will put my best foot forward for what is best for Bangladesh cricket, and I'm not worried about what will happen afterwards. That will take care of itself if we do what we are supposed to do right, simple things right.
Mahfuz?
How do you consider the inclusion of Nazmur Hossain Shanta, because he was not in form in recent past? We have seen in shorter format, and we had some more names like Shobu Shorkar or Naim Sheikh, other names. So what were the
I
reasons behind?
think again, I think this will be sort of eye opener for all you guys. What I am looking for is impact. I'm not looking at performance. Like, I think Bangladesh is going to be a team which will win if 7 or 8 players make an impact. So a 30 or a 25 in 17, 18 balls is an impact for me. The way, I'll give you a small example, the way Mossadegh took on Hasaranga in that over after the dismissal of Riyadh, got 12 runs in that over, that is impact. So I think as a team we should look at people who impact the game and not look at performance. Performance I think is overrated in T20 cricket. So people who perform, teams can still end up on the losing side. But if you have more people impacting the game, the chances are we'll win more games.
How are you thinking that Nazrul Sandhu will place the impacts, that sort of impact that you were thinking, because you didn't see him that much in recent past?
Yeah.
I think he's a very good player, very good. He's got the temperament for international cricket. Whatever little, again, I've not seen a lot of him, but whatever little I've interacted with him, seen him bat, I think he's got the temperament for international cricket, and he's got the game to play on bouncier wickets, to play the horizontal bat shots. So I think he's got the tools with him to make the impact that we're looking for.
Coach, obviously you have witnessed the team in the Asia Cup, and what do you feel, what are the barriers you think Bangladesh players need to break? Obviously result is not your first goal and you're working for impact, but at the same time you're losing in a very close matches. What are the areas you think you need to work on?
Excellent question. Again, this is something we want to address. We want to win critical moments in the game. I think Bangladesh, even not only in the Asia Cup, but even prior, even in the last World Cup, after that, they've lost a lot of close T20 games. If some of the, I'm not saying we're going to win all the close games, but even if we can win 60-50% of the close games, the results or the overall results look a lot better. So why are we losing close games is something I'm really keen to understand. And I think where that comes is we need to have that critical moment awareness and win critical moments of the game. Like if we win the small little critical moments of the game, overall we can sort of string the results together, and the chances are that we'll win close games. I think the barrier that we need to cross is winning those critical moments, and that is something we'll definitely work on as a team.
Does it affect on the mental aspect of the players to break those barriers, or their skill as well?
So again, that's something I need to work out, whether it could be skill in some situations, it could be the execution, but it could also be the mental side. What is he thinking in those situations when he is not able to execute or when he executes? That's again the conversations that are ongoing, and I've already started having that with the leadership group. We've got a leadership group in the team, and we also have these chats regularly with the other members, one-on-one as well as in small groups.
Rani?
So who are going to be your openers? Obviously, Littleness is back, but we saw Sabir and Mira opening. So if Little is going to open, then who is going to partner him? So
Again, I don't want to give too much away, do I? So I've got my secrets. I know I've got to have my cards close to my chest, and I really have a great idea of what the team composition is going to be. So I'm very clear of what I'm doing.
and when you say about impact, till now, Somu Sarkar was considered an impact player, and Nazmul Hossain Shant was more of a solid kind of player who takes his time initially and be listening. So what kind of thing you saw in Shant that he can be
Sometimes even playing out the first 2 overs with the new ball in Australia and New Zealand could be an impact. It's not about getting 20 runs in the first 2 overs, which is an impact. So even if we are 15 for no loss, it sets you up for a good power play, especially in Australia and New Zealand. I think the conditions early summer will be challenging with the new ball. Australia played New Zealand, Bolt was outstanding, both teams were 40 for 4. So I think initially conditions are going to be challenging. So again, when we talk about impact, it's not the scoreboard, but how we read those conditions and how we adopt. And I think we've got all bases covered with the squad that we've selected, that we can read the conditions and make the impact where it's needed.
Atif?
Coach, you picked Pardon Hussain Imam as an opener in the Asian Cup. He didn't say anything and he's not excluded. How do you see his exclusion?
I think I've had that one-on-one chat with him. He's a very exciting prospect. He's got great fast hands, very leg side dominated player. But I have given him where he areas. I think one thing we've done really well is communicated with every individual player as to why he's been picked or why he has not been picked. So I think that communication to the player is very important, and I think we have done that very well.
But he didn't got the chance to show you his performance because he didn't play.
We see enough of him in the nets. I've got a good eye, so I can probably read players.
Coach, there is lots of talk about philosophy, T20 philosophy. BCB wasn't like Rafael because T20 philosophy. Can you elaborate your T20 philosophy?
Told you, impact. I want people to play together. I want people to impact the game.
Sriram, you were talking about positivity. Das can happen deep very well in Asia Cup.
Sorry?
You were talking about positivity. Das can happen deep very well in Asia Cup in off-street corners. So how impressive he is throughout the time?
Sorry? How?
How impressive he is?
He's very good. I mean, he's one of the rare commodities who can bowl over 140 kilometers, and I think we got to look after him. People who can bowl over 140 kilometers are a rare commodity in today's world, and if you can do that in all formats of the game, I think he's got to be looked after.
He did well in fielding too. What is your observation?
I mean, I think he's a great team and he wants to do well, and and fielding is all about attitude. If you bring the right attitude to the field and you work hard on that skill, I think it's a different skill to batting and bowling. It's directly proportional. The harder you work, the better results. Whereas with batting and bowling, you can work as hard as you want, but you can still have a bad day. But on the field, I think if you put in the work, more often than not, you will have a good day, and that's reflected in Taskin's performance.
The last 3 questions.
Mohammad Saifuddin, he can play very good at a domestic level.
Mhm.
We have no Hardik Pandya. He can be our Hardik Pandya in our T20 World Cup.
Why not?
He can bat like 6th or 7th position.
Too early to say. I think I've got to have a lot more closer look at him. Definitely capable with the bat. His execution with the ball, his all-round ability definitely excites me. Definitely a good prospect, no doubt.
Sriram, we have seen Musaddiq playing finisher role fantastically in Asia Cup. Do you have any other options in the team who can play as a finisher, and what's your middle order, if you can share your opinion?
We've got a pretty good. We've got Rabbi, we've got Nurul, we've got Mossadegh, we've got Afif. So we've got all our bases covered with the middle order. I think it's one of the strongest middle orders that Bangladesh can have in this format of the game.
And on finisher role, apart from Musaddiq, do you have any other options?
Everybody needs to finish the game. It's not about whoever gets in has to take that responsibility, impact, and take the game deep. And all the names I mentioned to you, I think, are good enough to finish on their own day.
Sir, Shanto plays better cricket in practice than the match. There is a myth in Bangladesh cricket after seeing him in practice, every coach will choose him. Does this happen here?
I don't know. I'm here for the first time. Maybe next press conference I can answer this question.
The last 2 questions.
You said about clear communication. I'm sure that you spoke to Mahmoud. So how it was and how did he take the decision?
It's never an easy conversation with people who have played. The most capped T20 player in Bangladesh. I think I've got utmost respect for him, and I had to be the bad man to have that conversation. We had to be, like, literally it was not me, it was quite a few people who were in that, but I had to be one of them. It was definitely not an easy conversation, but I think it went well.
Last question.
Coach, Sheikh Mehdi, the off spinner, he's been doing well since last year, like good average and everything. But probably did he get dropped for that one game against Sri Lanka?
I mean, it's very again. We've got to select 15 players. I love Sheikh Mehdi. He's a phenomenal character in the team, and what I like about him is the energy that he brings. But unfortunately, where we are going are not very spin-friendly conditions. We have to carry that one extra seam bowling option for us to have different mix, play different combinations. It was very close between Sheikh Mehdi and Nasum. Nasum has a great matchup with India and Pakistan with their top 3. So I think the left-arm spinner slightly came ahead. and we've got Miraz who bowls off spin, Mosaddegh bowls off spin. So it's very unfortunate for Sheikh Mehdi to miss out. But fantastic cricketer. He will be in every team that plays in Asia and in the subcontinent. He will be there in the team for sure.
Thank you.